Good morning, everyone. It's a blustery cold morning. We've had just a couple of days of winds and rains, and my goodness, it's nice to see the sun again, for sure. But today is a really exciting day, kind of, I guess I could say. We get to do our first harvest for 2026. So, yay! Just headed out to the garden, and I'll show you a few things that I did over the last couple of days. I had to make a quick push in the garden because we had a significant amount of rain and high winds coming, so that were going to kind of put me behind if I didn't get things going. But yeah, gosh. And with all this rain, you should see, just in the last day, 2 days, I think this lemon balm has doubled in size. Holy smokes. And my lettuce too, like everything's starting to set root, which is amazing. And my oregano just took off big time. So, but today we're gonna harvest chive blooms because they came into bloom and they're so pretty and beautiful. These guys, how exciting is that? And I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do vinegar this time, and I'll show you the process. And then I think I might actually harvest some spinach too. That'll be good for a salad today. So anyway, let me just get these picked, and let's see. Just want to take the tops off. Just kind of snap them, kind of like that. Finally starting to be on the mend from this super fun respiratory stuff, and so I thought maybe I'd get outside for a little bit at least. But yeah, so I'll see you back in the kitchen. Okay, so we're back in the kitchen. I got the chives harvested. They're soaking in water right now. I don't want to spill all over the floor, but they're soaking in water, and I'll show you why here in a second. But if you're new here, my name's Janelle. I live in Eastern Washington. Oops, sorry, got a little bit of a glare. In Zone 6A. So today I harvested chive blooms, and we're gonna infuse them in vinegar. So maybe here in a week or two we'll have garlic chive flavored vinegar for vinaigrettes, for salads, for virtually anything that you want. If you want to marinade chicken, beef, elk, deer, that's the exciting part. So it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different ways. So anyway, here, let's see what we did. So I want to show you. Let's see. Okay, so I got the chive heads soaking in water, and the reason you want to soak them in water, I saved one back just for an example, and let's watch this. And I don't know if we can, they have little bugs in them, and so you don't want all these creepy crawly little things in your salads or your vinaigrette. So what the water will do is, well, they'll no longer exist. So that's the last. I'm gonna let those soak for probably another 10-15 minutes, and then I'll show you the process and what I do and how I get them marinated in the vinegar and all the things. So I'll see you back then. In the meantime, I'm gonna do a little bit of meal prep for me for the weekend. Just cutting up vegetables and gonna roast them. I won't show that right now, but maybe that'll be a whole different video, and the reason why and the reasons behind it. So, all right, let's get back at this. And meal prep. So I did cabbage, cauliflower, and I'm doing some asparagus too for quick grab. I'm hungry, need a protein and veg snack, and so what I'm doing is I'm kind of just doing a whole food kind of eating way of life, and I seem to respond to it well. My nervous system really likes it, and along with gardening, that's why I garden too. So it's really great for the nervous system when you can get your feet in the ground or your hands in the dirt, especially after a stressful day. If you can just go out there and clear your mind and focus on the foods that you're producing, and then knowing, you know, here in just a couple of months, short months actually, you'll be eating, you know, the fruits of the labor of your hands, and it just is really, really rewarding. And I just realized that I have well, some drawings on this board behind me, and anyways, my kids have a really great sense of humor. But all right, okay, so I will get those dried out, and then I will show you the process on how to get them soaked, and then how long. I think I already said it. I think I'm going to do a week. I'll check it in a week, but I might do 2 weeks is my goal, to let it soak, and then that way we can have the ultimate flavor. So, all right, we'll get back at it. Okay, so I just started rinsing the chive blooms, and I want to show you, this is kind of nasty actually, but this is why you want to rinse them. See all the nasty in there? Gosh, those are all bugs and dirt and dust. And so that was the soak, and I'm actually giving them another rinse before I go to the drying station, because I don't want any more of that stuff. I don't want any of that in my vinegar. But anyways, I just wanted to show you, and then let's get them dried out. Let's see. All right. Whoop. So camera fails here. Actually, the stand did. It's being a pain. So once we get these rinsed out, rinsed and dried a bit, we'll I just see I'm actually rinsing them under our filtered water. Hey, Toby. So all I'm really doing is taking the bloom and running it directly under the faucet. This is our filtered water. We are on well water, but we have some things in the water that aren't exactly healthy for us, and so we figured that out a long time ago and went with an RO system and a UV light system along with it, which is awesome. And we have iron in our water, so and that tends to not taste exactly the greatest, and so we elected to get a drinking water faucet that is ultra filtered, so that we can have nice fresh drinking water at all times. So yeah, it just makes it nice, and then that way you don't have to buy water, because who wants to buy water and drink bottled water? And that way you're not taking in all the microplastics, which, as we know and we've seen all over the news and the public, and the science behind it is it's just not good for your system. So anyways, all right, oops, off, you know. So now we're just gonna put them on. So I just put them on a towel with a paper towel, kind of get them spread out and bloom side down so that they can drain. Whoops, I forgot to trim that guy off. That was my example guy. And then I might just fold the towel over a little bit and give it a little bit of encouragement to dry. And actually, there we go. And I think I want to take, I want to take these off too before. I might do that before we get them in the vinegar. But yeah, look, gosh, there's already bugs in here too. So that's why we rinse them extra. And then, of course, you know, after they're done soaking, I will run them through a cheesecloth and a sifter as well, so a fine screen sifter. And so anyways, yay. So I'll get those dried up and then I will see you here in just a few minutes. And okay, so what I've done is kind of just, I had it in a towel, and I think we're doing really good. I've done a couple of batches of paper towels, just patting them dry. And there's still bugs crawling around in there, so like, ugh, that's just so gross. Anyway, so we're just gonna get through this. What I have is I have a quart jar here with a non-spillable plastic ball lid. So I'm just gonna get these guys in there. I am gonna take the stems off, like there's just a little bit of stem on them. And then also the bloom cover here. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I like to peel these off. And oh, the dog's gonna start howling here in a second because they're having fun outside apparently. Hey, that's enough. Hey, thank you. Goofballs. All right, so back to subject matter. So I will get these peeled off and the blooms in the quart jar, and I think I just forgot to take the stems off of those two. So we'll take those out too. Ta-da! Whoops. All right. Start over. There, that one's clean, I believe. Yep. Yep. Okay, so now this worked out perfect because my goal was to at least get a half a quart of blooms in here, and now what we'll do is get the vinegar in. Okay, so vinegar, we're just gonna fill it up to the bottom ridge there. I guess you could call it the 1-inch mark. Actually, I might just go to the, there we go. I'm just gonna go to that line there, and we'll put a cover on it, give it a good shake, and then I will put it in my pantry for 2 weeks. Okay, so we're all done. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna go put this in my pantry, and then we'll check on it in about 2 weeks. So my goal is just like with any other, with a tincture, I know it's different, but I do make tinctures. I make lavender, and I'll be making lemon balm and oregano tinctures this year too out of my herb garden. And I'm gonna do a tincture with these as well, so that'll be a whole different video. But daily, at least, you want to shake it just like you do with a tincture, or as often as you can remember. So anyways, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you on the next video.